Hi, just doing a quick, simple 3 card reading for the day. So just begin by taking a couple of deep breaths in. So we're just going to breathe in, hold for a second, breathe all the way out, exhaling, letting everything go, and breathing in. Hello, Gypsy. And hold for a second, and breathing everything out. And once more, breathing in all the way. Hold for a second and just breathe all the way out. Now what we're going to do, I've pre-selected some cards. So we've got some cards that are the affirmation for the day. We've got either 1, 2, or 3 to pick from. So whatever is the first number that enters your mind, go through your feeling, perhaps, if that's the way that you feel into it, or if there's a number that appears to you visually, or if there's something that you really just feel drawn to pick that one. So the first one that I have, cards 1, is the card of humility. And we have the 4 of Wands with this. So with this combination, what I feel is almost a crossroad, a humbling crossroad to come to a sense of almost bowing down, but not in like an ego way or a bad way. So I'll just read to you. It says, "Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. So I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it." So it really is almost to be like humbly touched by spirit, or to be at a crossroad where we feel that we have to go within, have that sense of gratitude and appreciation. Hi, Georgie. So we can see here these beautiful bears. We've got an owl spirit as well. So this is that higher self energy coming in with this humility. So it's to have that sense of that soul presence within yourself. And we can feel humbled in spirit. And this is really what I feel, because 4 of Wands is more that spiritual connection too. So really think about like what that means to you. We can see these beautiful bear spirits, and we can see there's almost like a gratitude. There's a fruitfulness in this card. It's a little bit high, so there's a humbling, and it still shows that there's a little bit of work to go to. So cards 2. So if you picked number 2, we have the card of detachment along with the 4 of Swords. Now this one for me, 4 of Swords, is about going within on a meditative level. So it's kind of lovingly having detachment. So we've got a similar kind of theme about being humbled and then having detachment. So with this, it says, with detachment, you finally feel whole inside. So with or without the fulfillment of the particular desire, ironically, that's often when we feel fulfilled. So it's really about being detached from the outcome. So you might be working on manifesting on something right now. Now, what 4 of Swords is sort of showing up as is that it's time to go within, that you might have done as much work as you can to try and hurry things up, to try and manifest. Now, remembering we are in Mercury retrograde. So what this means is that it can put delays on things that we're working on. It can bring more to the surface. It can bring illumination on things that perhaps we'd missed, oversights, details, things like this. So really just giving yourself that loving detachment, and remembering to breathe and meditate. Hey, Josh. So if you picked card number 3, what we have is the card of liberation. So we can see here that there's a certain theme. This is also, I feel, the influence of the Mercury retrograde with the Saturn retrograde. Now we do have a solar eclipse coming up on the 10th, which I find quite intriguing living here in Melbourne, that we went down into lockdown on a lunar eclipse, I should say, and we're going to be coming out of lockdown a week after we were told it was going to finish for the solar eclipse. So, you know, if this stuff's not timed by certain people, I don't know. So with this liberation for card number 3, it says the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So what this is almost like a third-party detachment. So you might hear these doubts and themes coming up, but it doesn't mean that we have to recognize that as ours. It can be like, oh, that old thing. Or it can be almost like talking to the amygdala, the part of the brain that keeps that, bringing it up as almost like a warning system. So we have King of Wands with this. With this combination, I see this as spiritual liberation. This is almost like breaking free from the bounds, not letting your fears, doubts, or worries get you down, and sort of superseding and surpassing it. So this solar eclipse could be quite a powerful one for you. This is interesting because we're picking cards just for the day. But I feel that if you picked card 3, you may be a little bit ahead of the game. So we have with the affirmation deck, which is this little cute deck here, the affirmations one. And this is just for all of you. We have this beautiful Buddha that came up, and this beautiful, almost looks like Ajna chakra. It looks like the third eye. So it's asking us to be still. So it says spirit waits to guide you, but you must be still to hear the message. Now we had this sort of come up as a bit of a theme with humility and also with detachment. And then we also have the card of listen. So be still and listen. So it says there is a light presence in all things. That is a language that transcends the word of any man. Listen to your heart. So it's really, getting out for a walk in nature. And I'm surrounded by nature where I am here. It's just beautiful. So really get into that state of being able to quieten everything down to listen. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what your soul is saying. I feel that that's helpful guidance for all of the cards that came up. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I will be posting more of these soon, but enjoy your day.